Are your end of year goals making you feel a little nervous? I get it. You started out the year with big plans. You were going to achieve a lot. You got a little busy, and now you look around and you don't have much year left. You are running out of time. So, what should you do? We're going to talk about some strategies today. Hi, I'm Ken Okel. I'm a professional speaker, and I talk to audiences about ways you can improve your performance on the job. I pull from a professional background. That includes broadcast news, hurricane relief, and professional ballet. I know, unusual combination, but in each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. First thing, when it comes to your year-end goals, relax. Just take a deep breath. Think of something nice, like a tropical island, okay? You're a little more relaxed now. When you step back and look at all the things you want to achieve, did you add things throughout the year? New priorities, urgent things, things that took you away from that initial list. That happens to a lot of us. So the fact that you didn't achieve all of your goals may not be such a bad thing. It may be a case where you focused where there were the most important needs. You did those things. So don't beat yourself up too much if you haven't achieved all of your goals. There's a good chance you were achieving other important things along the way. I do believe as you look at that list and make a list out of the things that you hope to achieve before the end of the year, make that list and prioritize the items. You probably won't be able to get to them all, but make sure you're feeling pretty clear about most important things. That's where much of your time needs to be spent. I realize that sometimes these are tasks that aren't as fun, but they're important for you to do. Are there some maybe fun things on the list that you don't need to do or someone else could do that? Let go. You can't achieve everything on your list. Make sure you're clear on the priorities. These are things that are either going to help you make money or perhaps save time, become more efficient. They're your A+ things. Prioritize those at the top of the list. Let's talk about the role time can play in achieving your end of year goals. Think about how much time will you need to achieve certain tasks. Now, what's taking up most of your time during the day? Maybe do an inventory for a few days. Are there certain things that are nice to do that you don't necessarily need to do? Can you stop doing those things for a little while, giving yourself a little bit of extra time that you can use to focus on some of those end of year goals? I want to give you a warning. Beware of trying to stay late every day or come in early or bring a lot of work home. That often leads to burnout. I would try to see if you can make your day a little more effective and a little more efficient, freeing up some time. It's possible that other people are also facing this challenge. So if you have some meetings over the last few months of the year, maybe can you challenge the group? Can we try to do the meeting in half the time? Can we try to do an hour-long meeting in a half hour, still keep it effective and efficient? That way it frees up time for everyone. You might be surprised that people are willing to give this a shot. Maybe instead of an hour, you do 45 minutes, but you freed up 15 minutes. Those minutes can add up over time, because I am guessing you're not the only person who is trying to reach a bunch of end of year goals. So everyone may be more than happy to reduce the amount of time you're spending in meetings if it gives you time to focus on other things. Also, when it comes to time, beware of some of the fun things that can fill your day, chatting with coworkers. I'm not saying cut yourself off from everyone, but you don't want to be having a half-hour conversation about Monday Night Football or something else if you really need to be focusing on other things. Shorten the conversations with the coworkers just a little bit. Again, free up some time. Make sure you're focused on those top priorities and things that you want to do. And if there are things that you don't necessarily have to do, see if you can reduce your involvement with them. I am one of those people who likes habits and routines. So if you want to achieve some of your end of year goals, is there a habit or routine that will help you do that? Maybe it's blocking off a certain amount of time every day that you're going to devote to the issue. Maybe you're going to say, okay, Fridays in the afternoon, they get a little slower. So that is the time when I'm going to focus on some of these end of year goals. Have some sort of plan or strategy for how you're going to achieve them. Otherwise, things will come up and you'll always be like, oh, I should have spent some time on that goal, but I just didn't have time to do it. Put something down so that you know, okay, I'm committing this time to work on the goal. You start to build a habit, you start to get momentum, and suddenly that end of year goal that seemed unachievable, you may have a much better time reaching it. I hope these tips and suggestions will be useful. Let me know if there's some additional ones you'd like me to talk about in the future. For more about me, my name is Ken Okel. As I mentioned, I'm a professional speaker. Go to my website, kenokel.com, to learn more about my presentations, see some clips of me in action, and listen to my podcast, The 2-Minute Takeaway. If you want to shoot me an email, tvguy@kenokel.com. Funny story about that. When I worked in TV news, well, very often you'd be out in the public and people would recognize you and they'd want to say hi, but they wouldn't know your name. So they would just randomly yell out things like, hey, TV guy. I encourage you to connect with me as well on the social channels. On LinkedIn, with your connection request, could you please include a note and mention where we first encountered one another? That's just interesting for me to see. Also, it kind of lets me know that you're not one of those sneaky people on LinkedIn who just want to connect with me so they can sell me a bunch of stuff that I may not need. Hope this presentation will empower you in the future. Great leaders take steps to get better. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.